We are in the remote Zanskar Valley in Ladakh. Rafting down the deep and relentless gorge, cutting through a cold desert. 5 days on a boat with no outside help.
Nothing to save you, not even a river bank that you can swim to.
And no access to roads for hundreds of kilometers. Battling through ferocious rapids on a freezing river.
Forward, forward, forward.
Fighting the elements on one of the harshest places on the planet.
Every bone in my body, every muscle in my body is aching.
I am Questrails and this is where the adventure begins.
Our guest occupying seats next to the windows on either side can also see we are flying over greater Himalayas now. And you will be able to see snow-covered peaks and maybe some places that look.
Flying in today is not the ideal way to get there. The human body finds it difficult to adjust to the drastic change in altitude. From sea level at Delhi to 11,400 feet. Changes in pressure and oxygen levels, which drops by almost 30%, means that nausea, weakness and headaches are constant companions on the day you land. The only thing to do is to rest and acclimatize.
And pack on as much energy as I can. And I'm going to do just that with this huge piece of apple pie.
But the next morning, I'm on my way to the former war zone of Kargil. Through the arid and spectacular moonscape of Ladakh. To meet up with the rest of the team.
Hello guys! Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Hi.
Expedition leader Manishankar Ghosh charts out our adventure.
This is where we are, Kargil. We're going to come down all the way to Faye. This is Camp 1, and from Chilling on the 9th, we'll be putting out at Nemo, which is the confluence of Indus and the Zanskar.
Everyone is ready to get off the road and on the river.
We'll get up at 4 o'clock, and guys, 5 is okay?
But there's a long way to the river yet. First, we have to make our way into the fortified Trans-Himalayas.
The Zanskar Valley is one of the most isolated regions in the Trans-Himalayan range, and it's guarded by those two magnificent twin peaks called Nun Kun. And we are headed right there. This massive highway of ice is the Drung Drang Glacier, the source of the Zanskar. And we'll be starting our expedition just a few kilometers from here. This, for me, is nothing short of a holy sight.
Through the most beautiful mountains and the most forbidding landscape, we are finally there. This is Faye, or Base Camp 1.
After 2 days of driving through the hills, campsite feels like a promised land. We're at Faye, 11,000 feet.
As night falls at the campsite, everyone in the team is desperate to get a good night's sleep. Because in the morning, the adventure truly begins. It's our first night camping here at Faye, and tomorrow the expedition starts. It's as peaceful here right now as it'll be rough on the river tomorrow. But we're really lucky right now because the full moon is out and you can see everything. The river is shining like silver and the silhouettes of the mountains. It's really beautiful and peaceful. Expedition leader Manishankar Ghosh gets the team ready at dawn.
Good morning, Rudu. Time to wake up, guys. Slept well?
Yeah.
Vanakkam, sir. Good morning. Udd jao.
We all set to go?
Yep. Let's go.
Mani has spent almost 20 years as a river guide, and he and his team are some of the best rivermen in India,
This is how you do not pack your sleeping bags.
leading expeditions in all parts of the country.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you had a good rest last night after the ass-breaking drive.
The team assembles for the safety talk, and even though everyone here is an experienced paddler,
A lot of accident happens when you
it
get
is
off the
important to drill the basics in before we start.
raft. The riverbed can be very slippery. There are a lot of moss on the rocks. It can be very slippery. So just take it easy. Take care of yourself.
And then off we go, away from civilization and roads and bridges. For the next 5 days, for better or worse, the mighty Zanskar is our home. Within a few hours of paddling, the first rapids challenge us, and we get a feel of just how cold and dangerous the water is. The river is near freezing, between 3 and 5 degrees Celsius, and at this temperature, any mistake can be fatal. Safety kayakers swiftly go ahead of the rafts to show the way, and the guides on each boat scan the river constantly, judging the path like we would if we were in a car on the treacherous road. If you drop out of the raft in a churning rapid, rescue is impossible. The only thing to do is to let the force of the water take you out of the rapid. And it's only in relatively calm water that you can be hauled back onto the raft. So I'm going to get into the water, won't be pleasant. To demonstrate a rescue, I get into the freezing water. Icy water conducts heat out of the body 25 times faster than air, and I can feel the cold biting into me, and I'm already struggling for breath. Team leader Mani swiftly hurls the throwback, a rescue lifeline for rafters. I grab onto the brightly colored rope and get into rescue position, flat on my back, feet pointing downstream as Mani pulls me back in.
Hold on. Relax.
15 more minutes in the water. Start really shivering. Maybe another 10 minutes before your heart stops functioning properly. And then that's it. You're done.
Safety, of course, is of absolute importance here.
You have to wear the life jacket at all times while you're on the river. Like when you stop for scouting, you should not remove the life jacket and the helmet. In case the raft flips, first of all, make sure you don't panic. Right? Protect your head from getting yourself hurt from the gears, the frame or the oars. And you must get out of the raft as soon as possible. While you're in the boat, never tie yourself or attach a line to yourself. It's very dangerous.
The river now begins narrowing down. We are entering the shadow regions of the gorge. We are on the mighty Zanskar. On on a 5-day expedition starting from the second highest rafting point in the world. Following the meandering river for 150 kilometers through stark gorges and towering snow peaks.
Now we are getting into the really dangerous part of the river. We have left the wide valleys and the high mountains, and the river has narrowed down into a gorge. And from here on, there's no road support, nothing to save you, not even a river bank that you can swim to.
Our senses are on alert. Our river guides read the water to spot any danger signs.
This is what makes it really special. Look at the gorge going in right over there, the river taking a bend. You can't see anything beyond that bend. You have no idea what's coming up for you after you've crossed it.
As we pass through the forbidding yet breathtaking walls that rise around us, the kayakers signal an approaching rapid. They hold up their paddles to show us which way to go. But the rapid is a big one, a boiling wall of relentless white water, and it traps one of our safety kayakers. Two rafts slam into him, and the force pushes him out of the trap. But he struggles to get the kayak upright as the fierce water pushes him again and again till finally the danger is over. Kayakers are the pride of the expedition and the envy of anyone who isn't one, because these guys are half men and half fish, able to go just about anywhere in the river. They lead the way for the rafts, spotting the main line of the current, and they are absolutely crucial to whitewater rescue and safety. When you are in a tight spot, it's these merry band of boys who will bail you out. I get into the icy water once again to demonstrate a kayak rescue. Safety kayaker Biru homes in on me like a missile. And all I have to do is grab the kayak like a tree trunk, and I'm back to the safety of the raft. Right after all that exertion, we hit our last rapid of the day. I'm soaked, and even though it's a monster, I know the extra warmth will warm me up.
Wow! Must have drank a gallon of water in that rapid down there. Try to keep my mouth shut in the next one. Okay, we arrived safely at our third camping point at Narek. It was a great ride, and we all arrived safely. That's the best thing.
Setting up camp every day is a major challenge on the expedition. Unloading the heavy dry bags from the boats and then pitching tents after hours of paddling is almost cruel. But through the howling wind and the blazing sun, it has to be done. Every campsite on this route is crucial as well. If you miss a site, you're in trouble. Expedition member Charanjeev Singh, who has been on this route thrice before, gives me the lowdown.
Narek campsite is very important during this expedition for the simple fact that there's no campsite ahead of it for the next 44 kilometers.
44?
Yeah, and if you look at the gorge, it's impossible to find flat land, which is what you need for your camp, and more importantly, impossible to find freshwater streams like these.
Yeah.
And these are the most important ingredients of any campsite.
So 44 kilometers, like in terms of rafting, how long would that take?
That will take about 4 to 5 hours, 4.5 hours, 5 hours.
So that would mean like 10 straight hours of rafting down this.
Absolutely. And in fact, the name Narek is because of the remote village upstairs.
Oh,
There's about an hour's walk across these couple of mountains there,
right.
And there's a village there. Very, very nice remote village. In fact, we should go there and have a
Yeah,
Look.
please, let's go.
Let's give me a sec. Let me put these.
Yarek village, an oasis in the desert. The nearest town for supplies and medicine is a 3-day hike on a narrow, heart-stopping trail. This is nowhere land, kept only in the loop by passing expeditions. In winter, temperatures here can drop to minus 30 degrees Celsius, and the walking trail is closed off by snow. The only way in and out of the village then is to walk on the frozen Zanskar river, popularly known as the Chadar Trek.
7 months of year on a bad winter year,